So, I was browsing through Roblox a while back after abandoning it in 2020 due to its sad downfall. Citation: I'm being a nostalgia whore. I logged on my account for the same reason most adolescents would, to reminisce all of the good times where I had no reason to pretend I had responsibilities, as well as the times when I had no right to contribute to anything besides playing with my toys. As for right now, well, I browsed through my avatar to see what fashionables I left my adopted child, Mr. 9064 with, what any reasonable deadbeat would name their son. I go to the hats tab and I see this. The only way I could boil down my reaction to this was, I could not believe my eyes. I suddenly had tons of limited items that were worth Robux on a completely free-to-play account. I was a more billionaire in the making. More billionaire meaning a billionaire, but more. Is this what dumb investments exploding into cash feels like? Is this how NFT holders feel? I thought to myself, filled with glee as I began to report this to all my friends. I was then stabbed in the balls 57 times as I could not flaunt my wealth so publicly in high school. To explain what I'm so schizophrenic about, Roblox is a games platform, experience platform that's been up since 2006 and uses a currency called Robux. With Robux, you can buy items for your avatar, be it hats, t-shirts, backshots, emotes. Apparently, aside from the usual freebies and regular price cosmetics, there's also a separate category of items called limiteds. As the name implies, they are items released for purchase for a limited time period. Once the clock hits zero, they get off sale officially, and then it's up to the buyers to decide whether they want to sell them or not. Essentially, the people decide the value of these items, and sometimes, I really think they shouldn't have these rights. There's also items obtained through events for completely free, when they happen anyway. For some reason, a bunch of said items have been given the limited tag now, mostly items from their egg hunt lineups. Where is it? The result of this is me having an account actually worth a bit of Robux, despite me not spending a single dollar, euro, Laotian kip, or...
Let's give a quick shout out to
Tuvaluan dollar.
So, with all that said, it's time for my economics talk to begin. Welcome to Jgonomics 101. Let's talk about how much money I could potentially earn from this if I play my cards right. Exhibit A, brain freeze. As the graph for this item indicates, it seems to be at a relatively stabilized pattern, mostly hovering between 140 and 160 Robux. This egg was obtained during the 2020 egg hunt, and it did peak recently to around 190 Robux, which does seem like a good price to sell on. Minor issue, it's ugly and no one wants it. That may be why it seems to have stabilized in its value. Everyone has it, so no one cares. Exhibit B, birthday. The fedoras are a highly desired subset of hats in Roblox, and can you blame people? Before Redditors ruined the image of the fedora, this was a cool hat to wear. I swear, the party fedora was given for free during Roblox's 13th anniversary. Its value is rising very slowly, evident by the graph. It was 125 Robux when I last checked compared to now, where it had a huge spike to 200 around April, then back to around 140 or so. Going from 125 to 200 is a pretty big jump, indicating that sometimes Reddit decides to log in and turn it into a rather desirable item. Makes sense, considering it is a fedora after all, which usually costs 10 times or more. Unless you buy from Temu, I mean UGC.
As of Temu, dog.
Basically, I just need to predict the next Reddit Roblox Goon session, and I'm golden. Exhibit C, Despair. An egg from 2019, which was 4 years ago. 6 years ago. Referencing the Despacito spider meme, a cancerous classic with quite a few peaks in value seemingly every month. If I find the perfect few days like it's a menstrual cycle graph, I could potentially earn at least 170 Robux from it. For some reason in January, it spiked up to 700 Robux. I have no idea what degenerate decided this was funny again, but I'd like to be friends with them for benefits. for benefit. From a lot of these items, you might have noticed that they have absurd price peaks that very quickly plummet to more stable values. Indeed, I noticed something fishy going on when I looked at the resellers lists. Certain users seem to be reselling items multiple times. It seems like a method to artificially inflate the price so that players get the idea that the value is rising, causing them to cave in and buy out. Classic pump and dump scheme, I think. I must keep this in mind, otherwise I'll get... So, with all the data I've collected, here's my educated guess. Either the whole market can crash and be collectively worth 1 Robux, or my hats can become the next Dominus lineup, being worth millions of Robux. And I mean the actual Dominus lineup, since people have recently decided to rip them off. Not cool, guys. How dare you try to cheat the system and get a blob of polygons that's the exact same thing, but with a lower number attached to it? Clearly, you should be doxxed and harassed like that one guy who got it for free. Either way, it will still be a net profit of infinity%, as it went from 0 to an actual integer. Just ignore the labor that went into getting these items, and pray to God it doesn't go into the negatives. So, totaling the current value overall, I have around X Robux. Great, by converting to real money, I'll have a nice and plentiful $22.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
I believe every good investor cashes out at least once in their lifetime, and I shall do the same. All I have to do is click on the sell button and... oh. I guess my investor arc of Jefferson ends immediately where it started. I'm really sorry, guys. I guess the real Robux were the friends we made along the way. There are no morals with economics. Kill your local politician. I'll kiss. Mwah.